How do you stay informed with what's happening in your community? And what motivates you to get involved in that community action?
If I'm being honest, the way that I stay informed is through social media. Honestly, like Philly Instagram pages or TikTok pages, like that's like the main reach that I get.
I stay informed by social media. Like, I'll give back by just informing like younger people, younger than me, like what they can do. As far as like in their life, like I feel like a lot of young people don't know like what the options are like. So, and I tell them like, yo, you gotta get your passport and travel, but way more than this. So I say that all the time. Like I show pictures. So like,
informed is like, said social media, because I feel like it's a big part of the world now. And like, I stay informed about the community through the community, like talking to people, interacting with them. Like you have to just bully yourself to be able to help someone else besides yourself.
Me personally, like my answer is the same as Sir's. Like I stay informed for the most part, like through like the Philly School Call pages and like the No Gun Zone pages on Instagram and on TikTok and stuff like that. And the way I like stay motivated and like stay like coming outside and just like volunteering here and other places is literally like my mom. Like I wouldn't want to do this stuff if like my mom didn't like educate me all of the things like she's been educating me for since like 2014. Yeah, like she hasn't stopped yapping about this place. She hasn't stopped talking about the community, and it's just like, you know what, like I might as well, you know, pick up a broom in some instances. I might as well like grab a book or something in some instances. You know, that's how.
And what do you value on a candidate? I value honesty.
And what do you value with the candidate?
I would say honesty.
Of what would motivate young people to get organized? Like, there seems to be a laissez-faire kind of mad, like, oh, you know, they don't maybe see the impact 30 years from now with their children and the power ability. Like, what do you all think would get somebody? Is it money? Is it connection to it? Like, what would get them to vote?
so when I started realizing, like, how many kids feel like they're not going to make it to a kid, I turned 18, people start calling bullhead. I didn't understand what that meant at 18. So as I got older, I started realizing what something meant by that. I'm not saying everybody thinks that way, but I know it's out there for like.
Without a heat of two, like, and so they can't see past 20 years, 10 years, 5 years. And they're like, what? Why is it important to them?
And like for like young adults, people not seeing anything happening in their community. I had a couple conversations with like friends before I got here, and they said like, don't matter who wins the scene. So I feel like everybody sees that, and then they don't see the impact that's happening with like Biden being in office. Nobody listening to the impact of him in office right now. I know he did some things, but the bad stuff is talked about more than the good stuff. And he's on social media, like before I know the stuff he did for the national community of America, I know that he fell on the stage. So I know he might have fell asleep. That's way more.
That's what
studied the positive stuff.
See, this is where it's like, well, if I vote for my federal, legislators. I don't vote for the senators. I don't vote for my House of Representatives. And there's like repercussions to all these things. That's why I think it's complicated and hard to follow, but so important for everybody to know the movements of all this stuff.
What do you think is the best way to encourage more young people to vote and participate in the democratic process?
I feel like my answer was more targeted to like the African American community, because I feel like the only thing I thought of was because some of your ancestors couldn't vote. Like, we really had to fight for the right to vote. So not to vote, it's kind of like you wasted so much fight.
Honestly, I'm just gonna say everybody loves a good plug. That's really all I have to say. Like, I remember the last election, Taylor Swift, she posted on her Instagram story like, make sure you guys get out and vote, or make sure you guys register to vote, and maybe over like 2 million people registering to vote like within the 24 hours of posting it. And so honestly, like, plug it with somebody to know somebody, knows somebody big.
It's important to vote because our opinions make a difference, and we need to hold our elected officials accountable to the issues that are important to us. So that's why I think.
What would you tell someone who feels like their vote doesn't matter?
It's hard because it's just one vote. But if you look around and you think, like, even, you know, in your neighborhood, if there's trash, you might be one person picking up the trash. But if you are doing that and people see that and they help you out, then you build a momentum and you actually have a clean neighborhood. I feel the same way about voting. You're only one vote, but your vote matters, and your vote, and when you're talking about it, when you're engaging with other people, when you're saying what matters to you, and how hard it was to get the right to vote for many of us, then it builds momentum.
So what I want people to think about is, regardless of who wins, to really be thinking about ways that you can really like tap into your community, tap into community organizations, and, you know, St. Barnabas, or, you know, whoever, you know, your block captain, like thinking about ways that you can make sure that you are both aware of what's going on in your own community and that you can pour into your community.